Committee on Parole is called to order. Today is February 16th, Thursday, 10:43 a.m. My name is Brendan Kelsey. I'll be your chair. Along with me is Ms. Bonnie Jackson, Ms. Cheryl Renata, staff and support us at the DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Southwest Correctional Center with staff and support there. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Cheryl Cook from Southwest, and I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get this on here. Make sure y'all can hear and see us.
All right.
I work in the admin department, but we have Ethan Chumley is here.
All right, we're ready for our first case. We also have with us Mr. Edward Chumley and Ms. Mary Chumley, who will speak at the appropriate time. All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
It's Ethan Williams Chumley. DOC number is 493-522.
All right, Ethan, you heard the introductions. We're gonna have a parole interview. Ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Chumley DOC number 493-522. You're a second class offender. You are good time date is 11/18/2025. Full term date is 12/18/2035 on a 15-year sentence. Fourth offense, DWI, operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Fourth offense. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, please answer, Mr. Knox.
Mr. Chumley, good morning. How old are you, sir?
I'm 43 years old, ma'am.
Been in jail about 3 years?
Yes, ma'am. I think going on 4. Yes, ma'am.
Well, over 3 years then, of a 15-year sentence. Mr. Chumley, are you an alcoholic?
Yes, ma'am. I'm recovered.
You recovered?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do to recover?
Well, I went through high intensity residential treatment, low intensity residential treatment. I went through intensive outpatient treatment, and I've also enrolled and am still enrolled in individual counseling at CADA Northwest in Shreveport. And I've also dedicated my life to Jesus Christ. I've been baptized. I'm a born again believer. And all of this has happened since my arrest in January of 2018.
So since your arrest, you've done the high intensity, low intensity, and all that other treatment?
Yes, ma'am. About 15 months of actual treatment, along with continued individual counseling with Miss Kathy at CADA Northwest Louisiana, which I am currently still a client of hers, and she will continue to be my counselor for as long as she deems treatment necessary. But along with my salvation and baptism and my walk with the Lord, I've asked for deliverance from not only my alcoholism, but also I smoked cigarettes. I had other unhealthy behaviors in my life that I've been relieved of all of that, and that's due to my relationship with the Lord.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but when I look at your record, it's very concerning. We mentioned that you're classified as a second felony offender, and you're doing time for a fourth offense DWI, but you've got way more than 4 arrests for DWI.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, your record, I see arrests in 99, 2000, 2003, twice in 2004. 2005, 2006, 2013, 2018, and then again in 2019.
Yes, ma'am.
I see aggravated flight, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, obstruction of highway, reckless operation, hit and run. That's very concerning. And so also, as part of the process, we reach out to the community to get their opinion about an early release. And in your case, the prosecutor's office is strongly opposed. And that's in Caddo County.
Yes,
Chumley, this is what they say. Chumley's criminal history is extensive and demonstrates a continued disregard for human safety and the law. His history of driving while intoxicated spans more than 20 years. He has shown no interest in rehabilitation. And then there's more. I feel it's just an excerpt. And so you can imagine why they feel that way. You know, every time you got in the car, you were a public safety risk, which you're just lucky that you didn't kill anybody.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're in work release, or do you have a job now?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Right.
I work for Agroelectric Power Company and research in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I've been there since September of last year. Ma'am,
What can you do for them?
I'm in the warehouse. I take care of part of shipping and delivery. Yes, ma'am.
And then I did get, you know, the information, the faith-based certificates that you submitted, pictures, you know, the baptism and all that. So you completed the 100 hours pre-release program in 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. What other programs have you been able to take advantage of?
Well, I don't know if you received them or not because they were coming from another place, but not only the letter from my pastor down here, but also a letter from Miss Kathy at CADA. And there was a certificate of completion for the high intensity rehab at Lark. And that was prior to CADA. CADA is where I'm still currently a client. And but there has been the two and I didn't send in anything for these, but I'm taking a couple of Bible courses currently. I'm enrolled in both of those, and but they're still ongoing. But yeah, the work is steady and physically demanding, but I've got a great boss, and he really looks out for us, and so it makes you know, it makes for a better work environment than some of the other places that the guys got here. So I've been blessed with that. But yeah, I can tell you my history is horrific. I'll be the first one to tell you. And I was in a very dark and extremely lonely place for a very long time. And outside of my coming to the Lord, I would still be in that place. But I stand in a place, I was hopeless and desperate. And these days I'm in a place of redemption and victory. And I'm so thankful for that. It has changed everything. And so
Dale, about ever had a write-up?
ma'am, no write-ups.
I don't have any other questions.
Oh,
Okay. Go ahead.
There's a delay, and so I didn't know
Okay.
if that was addressed to me or not.
Okay. Yeah, now we'll hear from Mr. Ed, a brief statement from Mr. Edward Chumley. All right, go ahead and take your mute off. Have a brief statement.
Post muted you. Hang on. Yeah, this
Okay.
should.
Can you
All
hear
right.
me now?
You can go ahead and make a statement.
I have seen a great change. Ethan was underneath house arrest for a period of time. And when he was at the house, everything, like he said, he was in a dark place. His attitude regarding not pursuing any kind of drugs, a tremendous help. I'm 78, so there's a lot of things that I can't do around the house. He pitched in with no negative response. In fact, we we miss him terribly. He has a 20-year-old son who's in college. He comes home. He's reestablishing a relationship with him. He realizes that there's been about 20 years that he needs to make up, just not a few years. and he's working real hard on that. It's just, all I can say is it's been extremely positive. Everything he's done has been very positive, and we've seen no relapse in any kind of drug paraphernalia or any kind of addictive drugs or behavior.
All right, thank you so much. Miss Mary, would you like to make a statement?
Yes, sir. Of course, living at home, my statement is very similar to Dr. Chumley's, but we did spend time with Ethan during the house arrest. We were able to actually have, daily interaction with him, and Ethan was a different person. He has, and thank goodness for it. Raising him was difficult, very difficult. And I can tell you that he, once he made the decision to turn his life around, he came full circle. I'm probably more concerned about his lack of time with his son. He missed almost all of his high school career because he was in jail or he was in rehab. And now his child is in college. I would like very much to see him have some time with his son. His son is about to become a sophomore. And I would like for Ethan to have an opportunity to reestablish that relationship that he's really never had. He had some time with him when he was on house arrest, but when you start making up for 20 years, it's a process, and that child needs that time with his dad. So I would simply ask predominantly for his son that he have that time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you both for your input. All right, Ethan, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Oh, sure. It's pretty simple. I just have spent the majority of my life hurting people. And I don't want to do that anymore. I have a desire to help people these days, and it's growing every day. And I'm really excited about it. Some of the key areas that my mother was talking about, one of them was my family, my son in particular. I'm a single dad, and it's been that way since he was 18 months old. But I've been a alcoholic, missing single dad. When I was there, I wasn't there. I wasn't present because of my alcoholism. And so there is some restoration that has to be made there badly. But the department of my family, I only want to help. My parents are elderly. They need to have their son that they've never had. My son needs to have his dad that he's always deserved to have, but has never. My brothers, I have two older brothers, and you may have seen one of them there. They've never known a younger brother that would be nice to have, but one worth having. And I've got out of this whole ordeal, and it's kind of odd, but maybe it's normal. I've got one friend left, and I'd like to be a friend that a friend's worth having. And so those are some key areas that I'm kind of focused in on establishing first, building some foundations, some healthy relationships there, and seeing where I can go forward in the community and in those areas and do some good. I'm 43. I've been sober. This May will be 4 years. And in fact, May 1st, May Day. And I want to continue to help other people that are in my similar situation that I feel led to. And so I see a future of doing just that, helping and not hurting anymore. I can tell you, I'm one of these guys that just been very hard-headed case, one of the first degree, and I'm sorry that it took so long. But when that moment came in my jail cell in 2019, I asked myself, I said, what's it going to take? What's it going to take, Ethan, for you to never have to come back to a place like this? I was in Caddo at the time. And the answer came to me very clearly. It was like, you've got to ask me. You've got to ask me, Ethan. And so I did.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah. Look, sounds like you definitely got head in the right direction. So I appreciate your input. Thank you so much for your
Surely.
comment.
Surely.
Panel fair vote. Maybe. For Natson.
Mr. Chumley, I do not have the documentation in the record that you talked about, from the CADA, the lady at CADA, or the participation in the high intensity or low intensity substance. So I have to go on what you say about it. And your parents. Your parents have indicated you've been through treatment. But for them, I would deny your parole. However, your mother was very honest. She talked about the challenge it was raising you. The father, the doctor indicated that they noticed a big change in you when you were on house arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
Naked therapy has helped you. Still reluctant, but I'm going to take a chance
Yes,
in
ma'am.
granting parole with special conditions that you do follow through with the CADA counseling.
Yes, ma'am.
You will be required to have a scram device
Yes, ma'am.
at your expense,
Yes, ma'am.
that you must attend at least a minimum of 3 AA meetings every week.
Yes, ma'am.
Chumley, I don't want to see you back.
No, ma'am. No,
That's my
ma'am.
vote.
All right, Ms. Jackson.
All right, Mr. Chumley, I hope that the light is finally turned on and that this time you are committed to your sobriety. So I'm going to take a chance on you. I'm going to vote the grant with the same conditions as Mrs. Knapp.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mrs. Jackson.
All right, 2 votes to grant. Listen, I'm also concerned about it. I mean, you're a smart guy. You can imagine how many people we hear up here saying same thing that you tell us. And, DWIs are just nothing to play with. I mean, I have kids and grandkids and, people have kids and grandkids down the road. You get out and decide to drink a little bit more and cause an accident to be difficult. So you are a difficult case.
Yes, sir.
You do have a lot of good family support. Sounds like you're heading in the right direction. This will be your last time. If you come back, you're going to be in jail for good.
Yes, sir.
I vote grant your parole as well. I want you to follow up with the counseling at CADA. You're going to have NAA 3 times a week. You're going to have a scram device on you that will be checking you. I want you to have a curfew from 10 p to 6 a unless you're working or something's going on. And I want you to do 4 hours per month of community service, talking to at-risk youth, giving back to the community, doing something.
Yes, sir.
You have a story to tell. You're right. You've had a lot of people. The whole community is, police community. They don't want you out, so you need to make amends to all them. You need to try to say, hey, let them know you're a different person. So here's your opportunity. 3 votes to grant today. Your parole's been granted. We wish you good luck.
Well, thank you all very much. And Ms. Cheryl, thank you. All right. Y'all have
All
a
right.
wonderful day.